Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Nipunjot, and in this module, we are going to study industrial fermentation. Fermentation is a process in which we use microorganisms for synthesis of certain products which are useful for human beings. And when we produce it at a very large scale, it is known as industrial fermentation. As far as the definition is concerned, the discipline industrial fermentation is the improved biochemical fermentation process that are mainly carried out by fungi and bacteria on large scale for synthesis of commercial products and to carry out important chemical transformations. They are basically the biochemical fermentations. Biochemical means where chemical reactions carried out by biological entities or they are carried out by living beings, and here we are using microorganisms to produce a certain product, to synthesize a certain product. And these microorganisms may be fungi or they may be bacteria. The main objective of industrial fermentation is to produce highest quality and quantity of a particular product by combining the works of different disciplines such as microbiology. Microbiology, as we all know, that we are using microorganisms here, and knowledge of microbiology is of utmost importance as we need to know how to isolate the microorganisms, how they grow, what are the environment suitable for them and for their growth, for the production, and what are their chemical requirements, etc. Next is biochemistry. Biochemistry is basically the study of chemistry inside a living being. What different chemical reactions they are taking place inside the microorganisms and what are synthesizing the product. To know all these things, we need to know the biochemistry. We need to include the discipline of biochemistry. Next is genetics. Genetics is the knowledge of genes and how these genes they are responsible for production of certain products. Right? Nowadays, a number of genetically modified microorganisms they are used in various industrial fermentations for better yield and quantity of the product. Next is chemistry. Chemistry is the study of chemicals. The substrates we are using are chemicals, the products we are synthesizing are chemicals. So it is very important to know how these changes, these chemical changes are occurring, and to know this, we need to know chemistry. Next is chemical and bioprocess engineering. It is basically the study of how to carry out these chemical processes at industrial level and how to engineer the equipments, the fermenters, how to engineer the industry for its production. Next is mathematics. No discipline in this world can run without mathematics. That's a fact. And it is required here for designing the processes and depicting the yields. For all the calculations, how much temperature, for what time temperature, how to change, how much substrate is required, what will be the product, what is the stoichiometry involved, and how it is going to result when we are changing the scale, what are the requirements. All these are calculated by mathematicians itself, right? Last but not the least is computer science. Computer science discipline is again an very inseparable part of industrial fermentation because almost whole of the industry now is automated. 70 to 80% of the industry is automated these days and it is simply run by computers. So this is of the utmost importance to know the basics of computers and how to run them. Industrial fermentation, this is mostly performed in large-scale fermenters, often as a several thousand liters in volume in many industries. These industries may be of microbiology industries where microbes are produced. These industries could be of food like food industries, all the beverages industries, all the food industries, they come under industrial fermentation. Then the pharmaceutical industries where medicines are produced, then biotechnology industries where different products of biotechnology like enzymes are produced, which are used in various other industries like meat industry, detergent industry. All the enzymes produced in biotechnology industry are used there, and for production of chemicals at large scale. Then the products synthesized by the industrial fermentation, they have applications in food and as a food and as well as in general industries. Like for example, in food, if we see the application in food, the some commodity chemicals such as acid and citric acid, this is the daily use chemical which are used in almost all the food industries and all the restaurants and all the houses also. Okay, this is daily commodity which is required, and it is synthesized by industrial fermentation. Then the other general industry products like ethanol, which is used for sterilization and other processes, is basically also produced by industrial fermentation. Then all the commercially produced enzymes, which are commercially used enzymes, which are commercially available, they are also made by industrial fermentation with genetically modified microbes these days. Like for example, lipases, invitases, rennet, etc. All these are produced by genetically modified microorganisms. And in certain cases, the production of biomass itself is the objective only. The only objective of an industry is to produce biomass at a large scale. Production, for example, production of baker's yeast at a large scale. Baker's yeast, it is available in powdered form in market, and that is produced in one industry, one fermentation industry at a large scale. Then it is dried and that it is packaged, then it is supplied to all the different small food industries, right? Then the lactic acid bacteria, which is used as a starter culture for milk product synthesis, for synthesis of curd and for synthesis of yogurts, for synthesis of other these Yakult etc. like products. So this lactic acid bacteria, it is again produced in one industry at a large scale, and the product of that industry is biomass only, and or it can be produced in a separate unit of the milk product industry itself, right? Then in general, the fermentations, they can be divided into this industrial fermentation. It can be divided into 4 types, which are essentially joined to each other. Number 1 is production of biomass, where we produce viable cellular material. That material can be used as a starter culture. It can be used in inoculum for different industries, or it can be used in dried form as a nutrient material like single cell proteins, etc. Second type is production of extracellular metabolites, the chemical compounds, the enzymes which are secreted out by the microbes. They are synthesized inside the microbes cells, and then they secrete it out in the media, and from media they are isolated and then packed and exported or distributed, right? Third type is production of intracellular components. There are certain components which are produced intracellularly. There are a number of proteins which are produced in large quantities by the cell, but they retain inside the cell. Or for example, nucleic acids also. Nucleic acid is produced in it. Nucleic acid can be used as a product also. So all these products which are synthesized by cell but which are inside the cell, for releasing those products we need to break the cells, right? And then they are taken out. Then last is the transformation of substrates. Biotransformation industries, biotransformation type, where one type of substrate is transformed into a specific product by microorganism, right? Chemical transformations, they keep on occurring in nature. When these transformations are carried out by the microbes, then it is known as biotransformation. Okay? So these are the main four types of the fermentation industry. And in this discipline, we'll read in detail how the substrate is synthesized, or how the media is synthesized, then how these, what are the requirements for the cells, what the conditions required for the cells to produce a certain product, how to isolate the product, how that product is stored, and we'll study the products in different types of industries, different industrial fermentations we'll study in this discipline. Thank you.